If you're looking for first focal plane reticle rifle scope and you are on a budget, then one of the companies you absolutely need to take a look at is Element Optics, and perhaps two of the scopes you should be taking a look at are these Element Optics Helix first focal plane reticle rifle scope. So here we have the 6-24 and here we have the 4-16. Now both of these are going to share very much the same features, so we're going to talk about both of these scopes at the same time and break down the specific features on these scopes. So I did recently pull these off of my rifles simply because we cannot show firearms on an Amazon video, so they are still in mounts. So let's get started with this one. So this is the 6-24 by 50, and what that we're talking about, 6-24 means that is the magnification range, and by 50 is the size of the front objective. This one is the 4-16 by 44, and we have a 44 millimeter front objective here. One of the things throwing this off is I do have a sunshade on here, so I will pull that off so you can actually see the difference. Now, let's basically take a look at on the scopes. This one does come with the flip covers. We'll do a separate video of everything that the scopes do come with. So I don't have to take it off. Let's talk about the features on this one. So starting in the back, you're going to get your fast focus eyepiece. This is going to be the first thing that you are going to adjust, and that is in order to make the reticle sharp for you. If you wear glasses or contacts or anything else like that, one of the things you're going to have to make the determination is how you're going to be shooting the scope, whether with your glasses or without, and that is how you're going to set it. So to do that, all you're basically doing is taking a look at something bright, and your main focus is adjusting this until the reticle is going to be in focus. And you might want to actually adjust the magnification up a little bit in order to make the reticle bigger. So as we discussed, these are first focal plane reticle rifle scopes. What does that actually mean? There's two types of reticles. There's a first and there is a second focal plane reticle rifle scopes. Second focal plane reticle rifle scopes are probably, I would say, a little bit more common, especially for somebody who's purchasing their first scope. And really all that is, it's just the reticle, and no matter the magnification, the reticle looks exactly the same. Therefore, it is going to be a little bit more limited into how you can use it when you start shooting at much further distances, or you do any type of dynamic or long-range hunting, or any type of dynamic long-range shooting. With the first focal plane reticle rifle scope, as you adjust the magnification range, the reticle gets bigger or smaller. And if you put subtensions or features into the reticle, what that also means is that no matter the magnification you're on, that adjustment that the reticle is telling you to do is going to be consistent. You don't need to do any type of math. So these scopes, they are going to come in two varieties. They're going to come in MOA or millirad versions. And for each one, you have with a clean reticle or with a dirty reticle. And by dirty, we mean it's going to be a Christmas tree style reticle. And there are images in the listing here for you as well, so you can kind of make the determination of what you prefer. Typically, what I would say is if you're purchasing a first focal plane reticle rifle scope, get the more feature-packed reticle, because then you'll be able to do more things with it. If you're planning on primarily just hunting, then maybe going with a cleaner reticle might be the choice for you. And then Element also does have a couple of new scopes that might be better geared for that. So moving forward, you're going to have your magnification adjustment. It is super duper smooth, which is very, very nice. This one, the 4-16, is obviously from 4-16 power. This one is 6-24. It adjusts from 6-24 magnification. Now, one of the things that you're going to see is on here, I have the plug-in here, but what you can do is you can install this shark fin, so it's going to make the housing easier to adjust whether you're wearing gloves or not. In either case, everything here is very nicely textured, possibly even a little sharp for some people, but this makes it very, very easy to adjust it. Now, moving forward, one of the things that's going to set these scopes apart, especially from a lot of the cheaper scopes, is you do have a adjustable parallax, which is going to let you basically keep the focus, keep your scope in focus, no matter the range that you are going to be shooting at. And these scopes, so Element Optics has a very strong background in air guns, and these scopes, much like other Element Optics scopes, are going to let you parallax or focus down to as little as 15 meters or 15 yards. And all the way out to infinity. So these are definitely very, very versatile scopes. Now these do not have they do not come with illumination, so that is the one feature that is not on these scopes, and typically that feature is going to be missing at other scopes at this price point. The other thing that's going to set these scopes apart from others at this price point is, number one, is you have toolless zero set. So you can just remove the top cap, lift the turret, reset it down to 0. So you'd make your adjustment, plug this down to 0, and then screw this cap back down and you're set. Now do note, these scopes do come with a Zerostop feature, which basically means it'll let you go back down to 0. However, you do need some Allen keys in order to reset the Zerostop. Otherwise, to actually set to 0, you do not need any tools. So put it back in and screw it on. Okay. Same thing for the windage adjustment. It is toolless as well. The other thing that's going to set these turrets apart and these scopes apart from others is that these probably have the nicest turrets and the nicest turret feel for the price point. So here what we're looking at is, number one, we're looking for how tactile and sharp they are. And typically, so for example, if you're going to do a click, is it going to be in position? Is it sharp? Is it mushy? Things like that. These are definitely sharp. They are not mushy. They feel really, really, really solid. So let's say, for example, if you want to dial in 5 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nice and smooth. You have 6 mils of adjustment per range, or that's 15 MOA per turn. These scopes, they are going to have, I believe, 18, actually now I have to verify that because it is going to differ for both of these. So the 4 to 16 has either 80 minutes of angle of elevation adjustment or 23.3 millirads. And for windage, we're looking at 45 MOA or 13.1 millirads. So this would be really, really nice for a, let's say, longer range 22, or if you want to start shooting at longer distances, the 4 to 16 would give you that adjustment range. On the 6 to 24, it is going to be a little bit less, and that's typically what you're going to find with 624s versus 4 to 16. The higher magnification range you go, the less internal elevation adjustment you have. So on the 6 to 24s, we have 65 MOA of elevation adjustment, or 19 mils of elevation adjustment, and 40 MOA for windage, or 11.6 millirads for windage. And so these will actually parallax down to 10 yards, and they are going to be lightweight. So where these scopes are going to be positioned is, if you care about accuracy and tracking error and having good turret feel, this is going to be class leading in this space, definitely far above the competition. They're not going to give you the most internal elevation adjustment, but they're going to give you really solid image quality for the price point, and probably the nicest turret feel for the price point as well. All the Element scopes, they do come with a lifetime warranty, so if you do have any issues, Element will absolutely take care of it for you. And very, very, very tough to go wrong with these scopes. So here we have that 4 to 16, and here we have the 6 to 24. Features are exactly the same. The slight differences are going to be the dimensions of the scopes. And in a separate video, we will take a look at what they come with.